Crazy. Take a look.
I will need for you to fill out a statement for him.
I don't want him arrested. I just want him to leave us alone.
No, but he had a weapon on him and it was terrorist threats.
Brandishing is not a crime with a knife. Brandishing is only a crime for a gun.
Terrorist threats, though, sir.
Because he said die to me and had his knife out?
What, all that was done. The threats, everything. Let me get a statement.
I thought you were going to arrest him. I would have called. I just wanted to leave us alone.
I understand, but we still have a job to
do. Wow.
He's going to think I'm doing this because I'm white and he's black. Yeah, or he's homeless and I'm not. I don't want that.
But did he do what he did?
Yeah, but I don't want him to did it because he's in whatever situation he's in. I just want him to leave us alone.
Wow. Fam. Sitting there and crying because you don't want someone to feel like you did something because you white is crazy. This is what the world has created. This right here. You're looking at it. Direct in the face. Right in your face. That's what they're doing. That's crazy. Are you insane? What's happening? I don't want him to think I did it because he's excuse me? Oh, you're tripping. I would think that the safety of your family is the most important thing, sir. Not how you look in black people's eyes. Since when we started doing that? When was that a thing? When is that a thing? For real? Oh, we live in different. We live in a different lifestyle, fam. That's what the world with this wokeness has created. Just a woke cry because of the black victim who tried to attack.
May 18th, 2022, an alarming incident unfolded at Flowers Park in Doraville, Georgia, when a man brandished a knife and threatened a family. According to the suspect, he claimed to be peacefully sitting in the park when the family began screaming at him for no apparent reason. Furthermore, he alleged that the children directed inappropriate insults towards him. However, upon speaking with the family, a different account of the events emerged.
Not leave us alone. We didn't do anything to provoke him. I got tired of it. I came. He's over here. I'm way the hell over here. Please be quiet. Please be quiet. Please shut up. Please
leave us alone. That's what he's telling you to do?
I'm telling him to leave us alone.
Hey, tell me what's going on.
Okay.
Okay, I've seen this scenario 1,000 times, right? For one, there's a rule, right, in parks. And I've actually, like, when I was working a delivery job, there was never anywhere to sit to eat my lunch, right? Whenever I had a lunch break. So I would go and buy lunch. And one time I sat down in the park. It was like daytime. There was no one there, right? So it was kind of early. Sat down. Some cops came and told me, hey, you can't sit in this area. I was like, for real? They was like, yeah, because the kids and blah, blah. I was like, oh, no problem. Is anywhere over here? They was like, well, if you go over there's like a basketball court. No problem, sir. I walked over to the basketball court and finished my lunch, right? It wasn't even an issue. And then I noted from there, like, okay, all right, boom. So that's how that go, right? So for this is like a rule. I don't know what state they're in, but he's not supposed to be there, right? If there's children, right? And if this is like a children's area, if you don't have a child, you shouldn't be there. It's the same thing as like a dog area, right? And that's crazy. I'm not comparing dogs and children. I'm saying, but it's the same rules. Like if you're in the dog park, you should only be there if you have a dog, right? Or you're with someone who has a dog. So if you're in the children's like playground, you should only be there if you have a child, right? And if not, then you should not be there, right? It's just is what it is. You shouldn't be offended by it. I know that this guy might be homeless and all that, and he got nowhere else to go. Find somewhere else to go. There's other parks, bro. There's adult parks. You probably just don't want to walk and find it. Or how about just maybe a shelter, right? There's a whole bunch of other options, right? There's a whole bunch of other things. But if this is a playground, and this is just stay away from the playground if you don't have a kid, bro. Like that's the safest bet, right? Unless it's a basketball court, and then if that's the case, play basketball until your heart is content. You know what I mean? Right, but like you see this is clearly for toddlers. You got the little slide with the little he shouldn't be in that area. And that's not me assuming anything. It's just like, yo, as an adult, just go somewhere else. Like you should, if the parents had an issue, fam, I understand they might have even said it in a rude way. Just avoid the issue and just get up and leave because they're gonna have the right of way. You know what I mean? That's what we say. Like when you're trying to cross the street, New York don't care about that. You try to cross the street, the car's supposed to let you pass because the pedestrian has the right of way. Their parents would have the right of way in this situation because they're there with their children, and they could feel uneasy and like just not comfortable with someone they don't know just sitting there, right, watching them, right, or just around, right. So they might have come off rude or things of that nature. There's a chance, right, but just it's always best to just take the higher road, realize, okay, maybe this isn't a good area for me to be sitting, and let me go find somewhere else to sit. Fam, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I was just eating my lunch and I was like, oh, man, I could have, what? I can't eat my sandwich. No, I don't want no issues. Where is there somewhere else I can sit? Oh, over by the basketball court. Where's that at? Point me. I'm not from around here. I was delivering around here. And then they pointed me somewhere. I was like, all right, boom, sat there, finished my lunch, and then got up and finished my job.
Oh, I was
delivered like 3 more packages.
Okay, that's good enough.
Mm-hmm. And I was just literally just sitting there, and he
she doesn't want him to come close to her. Oh, snap.
Just started screaming. She used to call me like, oh my God. I was like, can you just leave me alone? And they just kept coming.
Where were you? You said you were just sitting here?
Yes, ma'am. Like literally, I literally was just like, stop. And they just wouldn't leave me alone. I was by myself. My phone.
Just leave, bro. These are, for one, if everything's just saying is true, right? And these are children making fun of you and they make you feel uncomfortable. Shit, bro, just leave. It's fine. Either, well, I ain't even gonna say ignore it. I think you should have just went somewhere else, right? Because of the area, right? And this is the type of issues you would run into, right? So just avoid the problem. Just leave.
What is it on? So I was just like, whatever. As long as they don't bother me, I won't say anything. But they just kept nagging. I can't even remember what they were saying.
25 to 25.
Then he came over after they called me a They kept saying something like fail, and yes, fail. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know how people do that around town now.
That sounds odd that the kids would be calling you that. How old is these children to even know words like that? Like that sounds, yeah, I don't know. That sounds shaky. It sounds. I don't want to say that you lying or anything, but that don't really seem right.
Okay.
And yeah, I was just sitting there, and then he came over, and he pulled something from his pockets, and I can barely see right now because I don't have my glasses on. So my eyes are a little crazy. But I was just like, why is he pulling something from his pocket? He's like, yeah, I have a license to carry a concealed gun. I'm like, oh my God, stay away from me. And then that's why I was like, I have my knife, but I stayed seated. He threatened to pull a gun out. So I was like, well, call the cops then. I was just yelling 911 because I know the police station's right there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, well, call the cops then.
You yelling, or just leave. Just leave. I'm not saying anyone's right. I don't know what happened before this, right? He did just admit to having a weapon on him and that he was willing to use it, right? And mind you, children are here. Like this, fam, just leave, bro. Like somebody got to be the bigger man. And in this case, you're the one that don't have children there in a playground. So you should have been the bigger man. Just leave. Just leave. You don't got no kids there, bro. Why are you? It's like, it makes no sense. You're like, you gonna go to Chuck E. Cheese and start arguments? Like, no, if you ain't got no kids, get yourself up and just go somewhere. It's fine. Like, it's really not even a big deal. Like, the moment you walked off, it would have been done, right? Without anyone saying you did anything or accuse you of nothing. Just sometimes it's best to just not argue, move your ego to the side, and just get yourself out the situation, bro.
I say that I was just like 911 because he's the one that's acting like he pulled a gun out.
Mm-hmm.
Screaming 911 ain't gonna do nothing.
Or concealed weapon, so
screaming 911.
Leave me alone. I just kept screaming, leave me alone.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you said you were just sitting on the bench and they came over and they were saying stuff to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Be quiet?
Yeah. So my kids are playing on the playground, and then out of nowhere, shut up, leave me alone, go away, you're bothering me, fuck your dog. I mean, all kinds of stuff. Just ignore it. I just ignore it. I tell my kids, come over here. They're uncomfortable playing on the playground. My friend, we're completely ignoring him.
Yeah.
Every 5 minutes, just fuck you, leave us alone. Do I need to call the police? You're bothering me, go away.
I don't know what happened because I'm telling you, like, I would have to be there to confirm or see footage. But Just judging from the two stories, fam. The other guy should have just left. He has his kids. He's just trying to have a good time with his kids in the playground, bro. Let me have took one of my little cousins to like some like playground. You know, I ain't gonna finish that because YouTube ain't playing with me. They ain't playing with me. Just know I would have felt really uncomfortable. But I might have handled something. I might have handled it a little bit differently, right? I might have handled it a little bit differently because I'm a little bit more dominant. And that's not even with any aggression, right? But I tell you what, you ain't gonna make my little cousins feel uncomfortable, bro. Just to leave, bro. I would calmly talk to you, like, bro, what? Just go somewhere. Like it's really not a big deal. Just go somewhere. It's okay. You know what I mean? This is fine. Why you gotta drag this out? That's really just ego, right? And then now you're endangering the kids because of their safety. Y'all talking about pulling out this type of stuff, and he got this, and I got that. Come on, bro.
Okay, I'm just ignoring it. By like the 10th time, like just leave us alone. Like
Right.
I'm not bothering you. You're bothering us. We're having a conversation in a public park. Like, if you don't like it, go to the other park. Like, I'm not going to change what my family's doing here on my fiance's birthday because you want to sleep outside right here and not be bothered. And so by that time, I'm fed up with it. So I walk over to here, right here. I mean, how much space is that? Like, leave us alone, man. Yeah, fuck you too. Like, leave us alone. We're not bothering you. Nobody said a word to you. My kids don't want to come over on the playground because of you. So
should have pulled your phone out just to be sure, right? And record the fact that you're all the way across there not doing nothing. Then he would have been 100% in the wrong. They would have had to take him. I still think he should have left regardless.
pulls out the knife. He's like, go away. I'm like, no, you're not going to tell me what to do. Like, shut up. Leave us alone. Pulls out the knife.
This is ego, man. This is what's wrong with you. It's ego from both sides, right? Even though I feel like it's more so on the other side of the homeless guy. Man, somebody pull out a weapon. Yo, kids is the skedaddle. Call the police. Ain't no arguments. Call the police. Get your kids to safety. First things first. Call the police. And if you want to come back with the police, because you know he ain't gonna go nowhere, he about to go to sleep, then okay, cool. But fam, you need something got to give. Just leave, bro. Like, it's not that serious. Weapons is getting pulled. Like, just go. Call the cops. Leave.
A second time?
Come back after the cops.
Just once. Yeah.
Move them.
Okay, so I have a knife too.
Okay.
I'm not coming closer to you. But if you pull out your knife, I'm not just going to stand here and like take it.
Yeah.
I didn't walk any closer to him.
So, right, this is crazy. Both of them admitted to pulling. This ain't gonna get monetized. I'm about to run a commercial. About to pulling out a weapon in order to intimidate the other party. This is crazy. They wild out. But shout outs to my subscribers and viewers like you. That's who sponsors my show. Hold up. I had to stop this real quick just to let y'all know that I need you to hit the like button. Oh, yeah. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Just check. Just now. Just check. YouTube be unsubscribing people or whatnot. Make sure that you sub and drop some comments. Put Fang in the comment sections. Let me know that you rock with me. Also, don't forget to check me out on Patreon. Helps me keep going. You never know, man. I might get canceled. You might come on here. I might be gone tomorrow. Never know. Check me out on Patreon and find exclusive content. You also get early access to a bunch of stuff as well. All right, back to the video with your anxious ass. What you know? Where you going to that you got to rush? Wait a minute.
This guy right here was standing right next to me the whole time. He's like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I'm like, I know it's not. I'm not going to go actually fight him.
No. See, you shouldn't have kept engaging with the rest of what you was doing. If even your friend is telling you, yo, let's just leave, it's not worth it.
Unless he charges us. He didn't. He didn't charge us.
Wow.
He absolutely pulled out his knife.
So did you.
All right.
Both of y'all did.
Okay.
He was arrested and charged with simple assault and terroristic threats. Following
I ain't going front, bro. I don't feel bad for him for being arrested. right? Because he did make certain claims. And if the person pulled theirs out in self-defense, cool. I still believe that you should just remove yourself from the situation. It's not that hard. Just get up out of there. Like, why? But I don't feel bad for this guy getting arrested. I don't, right? Especially if someone had to defend himself. He had his family with him, right? So I'm not mad at him defending himself. I just truly believe that when your children are there and there's a chance for you not to have to pull your weapon out to protect yourself, and you can just leave, call the police, and then distance yourself and not go back and forth, that's probably the best option. Because think of like, what if he had something worse than the knife? So like, you got to think about the safety of your children. That's my only thing. I'm not mad at him defending his family though. I just think that you can de-escalate before it gets to that. From across, it wasn't like he was in front of you with it. Y'all like, from what you described, he was across the park damn near, right? So it's like, fam, just, you can de-escalate. Just remove yourself and your children. Your friend was even telling you it's not worth it. Call the police. They're going to come. The same thing would have happened, except for you would have been safe.
Arrest. He was transported to the DeKalb County Jail.
Let's go to the SWAT car, please.
Okay, so why is it happening? I'm being arrested? Yes. For what?
Well, for one, you should be happy. You about to get 3 meals in a warm place to sleep for one. It's better in the street. You know what? I guess that's opinions. That's opinions. Especially if you that crazy, where you out here trying to threaten families. And now that I'm looking at the distance, yeah, that's a little distance. I would say that's like a block, right? In New York terms, that's like a block away, bro. Like you could barely see him, but you can see the family in the picnic table. It's like a good walk. I would say if you got a running start, maybe a good 10 to 15 seconds to get over there. If you got a good running start, you can get over there in 10 to 15, like full sprint. If you fast, maybe seven seconds.
Everything, just 1 second. Mm-hmm.
I just want to
Wow.
But still, I will need for you to fill out a statement form.
I don't want him arrested. I just want him to leave us alone.
No, but he had a weapon on him, and it was terrorist threats.
Brandishing is not a crime with a knife. Brandishing is only a crime for a gun.
Terrorist threats, though, sir.
Because he said die to me and had his knife out.
What?
This guy's crazy.
The threats, everything. Let me get a
I
statement.
thought you were going to arrest him. I would have called. I just wanted to leave us alone.
I understand, but we still have a job to do.
Now he's going to think I'm doing this because I'm white and he's black.
You don't think I'm doing this?
Listen, I'm not. I don't want that.
But did he do?
No, he did. Yo, fam, I'm not gonna get over that. Now you gonna think. Now you gonna think that I did this because I'm white. Who cares what he thinks? I'm gonna be honest. I don't care what he thinks. Are your children safe? How about that? How about that? How about we think about the children's safety, other than how you look to black people?
What he did?
Yeah, but I don't want him thinking that I did it because
He is
he's in whatever
straight.
situation he's in. I just wanted to leave us alone.
I doubt that. I'll be right back.
She said, I doubt that. Want that back? She's like, I doubt that. Want that back? I just wanted them to leave us alone. I doubt that. She'll lying. She'll lying self. Nah, that's not true.
I don't want that.
But did he do what he did?
Yeah, but I don't want him thinking that I did it because he's in whatever situation he's in. I just wanted to leave us alone.
I doubt that.
Okay, man.
I'll be right back, okay?
Oh man, that's so amazing. Sure. I doubt that. like, I'll be right back. Hell is his problem? He talking about he called us.
Yeah, I just wanted to leave us alone.
I doubt that.
Okay, man.
I'll be right back, okay?
I just wanted to leave us alone. Shut up. That was hilarious. That was funny. That was the stuff that TV shows are made of. that was, I didn't want them to think it was because they were black. Shut up. It's really not. It really ain't that serious, bro. Just get him out. He's gone. He's gone. Now enjoy your day. Now your kids can go and play and be joyful, right? Have a good time. Not worry about their safety. Like, but you sitting here crying. Hit the like button, man. Watch more videos. I swear. These people are crazy. And when I say these people, I'm talking about woke people. Woke people are losing their mind.